What's good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another episode of De.aR Truth. I'm your host, De.aR. In this episode, I want to talk to you guys about, I guess, like your work-life balance. Like currently, right now, one thing about me, I love to talk about things as I'm going through them. Uh, it's a form of like therapy for myself, and also it gives me an opportunity to be positive, share my thoughts with people, and then have a great topic to talk about, especially as I'm going through it, right? So right now I'm having a debacle about work-life balance, the ability to create even more and express my creativity, but fortunately or unfortunately, a lot of my time is being taken up by other things, other responsibilities. But in all, the responsibilities that's taking up my time, if I could be honest, is still going towards my businesses and my creativity, just not in the manner and the likes in which I'd like it to be. So right now I have a full-time job, right? I took on this job last year after stressing about my business and the ability to keep it afloat and expand and grow it in the manner and the rate in which I intended to. I couldn't find my way out this hole, so I ended up taking on a job to supplement my income. And everything has been going great, but now I have all these ideas and these thoughts that I want to express right now, and I don't have all the time that I would like to dedicate to it because my drive to my job is an hour and some change back and forth to work. And while I'm at work, I don't have much downtime. And when I get home, by the time I'm home, I'm like kind of tired and exhausted. And I can't stay up late, because I have to get up so early in order to handle my responsibilities for the morning and get ready for work. So I only get 2 days off. But those are my problems. I don't like to keep talking about it because after a while it starts to sound like you're complaining. But long story short, the job does allow me to make stronger financial choices. I am able to invest more money into my company, into my business. So I made this video for anybody who's feeling like they are in one place but would like to be somewhere else. Maybe you're comparing your life to someone else's. Maybe you're comparing your life to an idea or a dream you have in your mind, this concept that you're holding on to, and you feel like you're stuck in that position and you can't get out of it. Well, I will say, from my own experience, because I've been in and out of this space like so many times within my life, and every time I'm in this space, what happens is eventually I come out of this space and there was something within this space that I needed to learn. That could be something on a metaphysical level, like being patient or learning how to save your money. And the reason why you may be in that position is because when you were out of that position and you had all the opportunity, you weren't saving your money properly, or you wasn't making the right choices or the right investments, and you probably wasted your time. So you need to be in this space to have something to compare to, so when you're not in this space, you know exactly what choices you are to make when you have the ability to create and be more expressive in your time and be more, savvy in your business or whatever that thing is that you're doing. So don't look at this time as a punishment. Look at this time as a learning situation. So I'll give you an example of a metaphysical state that changed my life from one space to another. At some point in time, I took on a seasonal job at Amazon where I was driving and delivering packages, right? That was actually the first job that I got that transitioned me out of working for myself. I just needed something, and I thought that, I could deliver packages. I like to work alone, and I thought it would be great, right? What I didn't know is that I had to get up early in the morning, right? Go load this big-ass truck up with heavy-ass and small miscellaneous packages from the front of the truck to the back of the truck. And I'm by myself all day, driving up and down hills in nice neighborhoods, I will say, but their driveways were like 100, 200 feet sometimes, and you can't drive the truck up there, so you have to walk or drag a cart up a steep driveway to deliver packages all day long. for hours at a time, and you have to keep a pace up because they have you on a schedule. So when I tell you it was physically taxing, that job was probably the most physical, hardest job that I've ever had in my life, right? So you can imagine, at first, when I first started that job, all the problems I faced, all the complaining I did, how I felt, the inefficiency because you're starting off in somebody else's company and they have a method by which they expect you to do your job, and it may not be the method that works best for you. So you have to fit yourself into someone else's box. So you know how taxing that can be on the mental? It's crazy. So I'm faced with all these challenges from the start of the job, and I have a mindset of feeling like I'm, better than a situation. This is how I felt at the time. I'm better than the situation, and I don't deserve this, and what problems, like just complaining basically. So with that being said, I had two options. I could either quit, but the reason why I didn't quit is because I'm competitive. There were other people on the job who were smaller than me, shorter than me, not stronger than me, had way more loads than me, but they were finishing faster than I was in harder neighborhoods. So, and they were happy. Now, they may not have been the most happiest people, but they were definitely more upbeat, more in tune with the job, on their shit, basically, you know what I mean? And I saw that. So that's evidence that it's not me. I mean, it's not the job, it's me. It's evidence that I need to be more like these people. How can I be more like these people? So you know what I did? Instead of just succumbing to my circumstances, complaining about my circumstances, thank God I was privy enough to go over and have a conversation with these people. Ask them, what are they doing? Because I want to enjoy the job the way that I saw them enjoying it. Because right now I'm miserable and I'm thinking about quitting this job and finding something else. Fortunately for me, God didn't allow me to get back into a field of work that I was used to, comfortable with, which is sales. I'm really good at sales, but all those jobs, for some reason, given my portfolio, which is great, they didn't hire me. So all I had was this Amazon job. So I asked these people who were more successful than me at the job what it was that they were doing. And lo and behold, they were so glad, so grateful to give me tips on how they handled the job, some practices that they implemented that helped them along their route and things. And I implemented those same things. And not only did I implement those things, I learned my own tricks of the trade and learned how to implement my own things that helped me out, things that benefited me that they didn't see. And from that point on, not only did I get better at the job, I became one of the top Amazon delivered guys for the company, and I started to enjoy the job. I had a system that was so flawless, I didn't even feel like I was working. I felt like I was just driving and stealing money at like not really stealing packages, but the job became so easy. I was just getting paid to just enjoy myself. It didn't even feel right. It felt guilty. So not only did I take that situation and transform it, but I really found something that I really loved within that job. It was so great. And let me tell you what happened. This is why I say it was a metaphysical change. The moment that I learned to enjoy the job, I got laid off. They let me go. So it was crazy, right? The same job that I started with, that I ended up, what I started out hating and loathing and wishing that it was different and wanted to change and complaining about, ended up being one of my most favorite jobs that I've ever worked in my life. And I'm talking about passionately, enjoyed that job. I got up every day happy to go to Amazon. The drive to work was amazing. I got to see the mountains and stuff like that. I was in these neighborhoods and meeting all these nice people, seeing things I had never seen before. I was able to pick like fresh avocados and bring fruit home. Like, oh man, it was such an amazing job. And the moment I started to enjoy it, they let me go. I got laid off. But the metaphysical change was learning to face adversity. That was the biggest takeaway I got from that job. Like going into a situation, understanding that all right, it's new. It's a bit stressful. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what to do. But given the situation, I'm going to learn how to enjoy the job. I'm going to learn how to, get better at the situation. And I'm going to learn how to, find peace in any stressful situation to transform it and transmute that from being stressful to something enjoyable. I learned that I could do that in any situation. So here I am at a job, not being able to be as creative as I'd like. Excuse me, I'm gonna let it adjust one more time. Not being able to, be as creative as I'd like, but learning to transmute the energy and see it for something better than what it is when I first got into it, which is going to bring me a blessing. I know for sure, even though I can't see what it is in the beginning, but if I, take what I learned from Amazon in any situation that I'm in, and it's stressful at the beginning, I know for a fact, without a doubt, that I have the ability within myself to transmute that situation and turn it into something positive for my benefit. I can't see it at the beginning, but I just know for sure, without a doubt, with all the faith in my heart, that I'm going to transmute that energy and it's going to turn into something positive and beneficial for me at a later date. So that's what I got from Amazon. So in any situation, well, let me put it like this. I said all that to say, if you find yourself in a situation where you're unhappy right now in this current situation, if you feel like there's another place that you want to be in, there's something else that, you're missing from your life, or the current situation you're in is less than what you feel you deserve, honestly, I challenge you to see, can you shift your mindset and find a way to enjoy where you are. Worst case scenario, you locked up and you in prison, and you there, you wake up every day, you look and you see that you in prison, and you don't want to be there. You feel like you don't deserve to be in that situation. You judging yourself and you question yourself, how did I end up in this situation? Or you at some shitty job that you don't want to be in, or you're around some shitty people. You're in a situation where life just threw fucking lemons at you, and you look up and you're like, damn, woe is me. You know what I'm saying? You in this situation. It's possible, and I challenge you to figure out how you can learn to shift your mindset to enjoy the space that you're in, and I guarantee you your environment will change right before your eyes. Now, it may take some time. It's going to take some learning. It's going to take some observation of you sitting and seeing and, checking out a system, or, you may need to ask somebody like, hey, look around, find somebody who's not miserable and not stressed out like you are, and ask them, what are they doing to enjoy the job? Look at what it is that you can do to, enhance your situation. Find a way to find peace with it and enjoy it. And I promise you, it'll change right before your eyes, and you'll be out of that situation in no time. So that was my advice for today. If that was a little too long, I apologize, but hopefully you sat through it and you enjoyed yourself, enjoyed the story that I shared with you, and hopefully you took something away from it. So I'm going to exit this video right now. I just want to say thank you guys so much for allowing me to share this story while I took this long drive to work. I appreciate you guys for your time and attention. I hope you have a blessed day. I hope you find a way to be happy. And until the next time, I'll see you guys later.